It's time for another sea story with Mr. Durite. Take it away, Mr. Durite. I think they're ready for it.
Welcome back to Sea Stories with Mr. Durite. I am your host, Mr. Durite. And today's show, Into the Deep, the movie. Dun dun dun. I don't know if the Robbie Robot got to do anything. Danger, danger, Mr. Durite. Danger, danger. What's wrong, Robbie? The light bill is in the mailbox. The light bill is in the mailbox. This show is about the post that I put on Facebook, and I asked the question, hey, if Hollywood would make a real serious submarine movie, who would play the key characters like the CO, XO, Nav, and so on? Needless to say, y'all fools crazy. And man, that next thing you know, my phone, the computer, just everything is blowing up all night. Next day, just names, actors, blah, blah. Now let me tell you, I got a shit ton of actors to play on the boat. And I tell you what, it was definitely interesting. Matter of fact, I'm going to read some of the suggestions that I got for certain key roles. For the CO, Bruce Willis, Tom Hanks, Russell Crowe, Eric Dane. How about XO? Gary Busey. And I got Gary Busey a lot. Y'all really like some Gary Busey. Oh, that would be interesting to see him as an XO. What? Sean Penn, Michael Fassbender, Matthew McConaughey, Navigator, Kevin Spacey, Nicolas Cage. I don't know why in the hell you would suggest Nicolas Cage. When the last time you seen Nicolas Cage in a good movie? You want this movie to tank too? Golly. John Goodman, which is that's not a bad choice. See him having a hard time getting out of the hatch though. Vince Vaughn, that would be interesting too. Engineer, Christopher Walken, Kevin Bacon, Ben Affleck, Weapons Officer, Viggo Mortensen, Will Smith, Jeremy Renner. Oh, I mean, y'all was pulling out all the stops. Y'all was coming up with everything. Cobb, I suggested, and I still like. I'm partial to it. Samuel L. Jackson. You can't tell me he would make a good Cobb. Bruce Willis, Joe Pesci, and I thought about that. Joe Pesci, man, that's an idea. Joe Pesci would make a good Cobb. So with Danny DeVito, I was like, that's some good choices. And then as the post progressed, then it started getting sillier and sillier and sillier. And I was like, uh-oh. You know how that is. In the beginning, people take it serious. And then all of a sudden, then you got the jokesters come and say, boom, boom. And then it turns to a joke. And it's like, ah. And I'm not saying that, we getting ready to go into production for this movie. No. I ain't got no movie money. I ain't got no movie equipment. I'm just saying, this is something that I would like to pitch. It's something to think about and throw some stuff on it. Because, man, I would really like to see a real good submarine movie. Now, there's a lot of submarine movies. You got Down Periscope, Hunt for Red October, Crimson Tide. You got other ones. I can't remember all the names of them. U-571. Some older black and white ones, which were good too. Don't get me wrong. But where's that great modern submarine movie? I mean, Cold War is over with. So do you really think we're going to have a submarine movie? And here's the thing that I hate. When you do finally see a submarine in a movie, it's getting his ass whooped. Godzilla, fucking submarine. And you know what was funny? And I'm talking about the 2000 Godzilla. They had the submarine, but it was in the harbor, submerged, and I was like, yeah, that's going to fucking happen. And then Godzilla towed it up, you always seeing the submarines getting towed up. I'm like, wait a minute. And then you're not even on board to see what's going on. And then there's always somebody in sonar. And it's like, God dang, it's more to a submarine than just sonar. They don't even have the right person sitting in the dive. You see the XOS dive. It's like, XO dive? What? Why would he be doing that? He bored? He couldn't sleep? I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. Even when I was on board, I was thinking about this topic. Man, it'd be great to have a cool-ass submarine movie. You know, and I'm going to describe my opening scene, you know, because it's got to be right. The scene starts. Camera's in space, looking down at Earth. Camera starts zooming in, going through the clouds, into the atmosphere. All of a sudden, it's right over in the ocean. It comes down to the ocean and stops right above the water and plunges in. Now the camera's underwater and it's looking at the blue of the ocean, and it's starting to get darker and darker blue. But before it gets too dark, it sees this dark spot off in the distance, and it's coming closer and closer to the camera. Is it a whale? Is it a big fish? Is it an orca? God doggone these orcas. Blackfish. No, it's a submarine coming right at the camera. All of a sudden, the camera's passing through the sonar sphere. It's passing through the ballast tanks, into the people tank, passing through the hallways, right into Burden. And it stops right in front of this one rack. The camera pans over, looks into the rack, and there's Petty Officer 3rd Class. I don't have his name yet. Haven't come up with that yet. He's still sleeping in his rack. All of a sudden, he hears fire in the laundry, fire from the dryer. Boom, 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 boom. I ain't finna do all them booms. Don't even try it. And before you say, how does that go again? I ain't doing it again. He jumps out the rack with everybody else. He's oncoming, so he runs to his assignment. He's all ready to go. And that's the start of this great movie. Great idea. Great introduction to this movie. What's the plot of the movie? Well, I haven't got it all yet, but I can tell you this. Cold War is over with, so we can't do the Cold War thing. It's going to have to be something, I don't know, like today. You know, we train. Well, they train, so it has to be some kind of training exercise or something like that. I'll work this out. This won't be the last time you hear about this. Hell, if I just got to tell this tale for y'all, and the movie's never made, you can see it in your mind. And if it is made, then you say, man, yeah, you know, yeah, that's just like he said it. If Hollywood don't mess it up. And you better not get Michael Bay to make this movie either. Oh, nor Clint Eastwood either. Yeah, I ain't trying to hear it. I ain't trying to hear it. Okay, moving on. That's my idea for this movie. After all y'all input, great input, I finally narrowed it down to who I want as the stars of this movie. My movie. The next question I'll put out there on Facebook, I already put it out there, but nobody responded yet. So I'm going to put it out there again. I need names for these characters, and I think that'll be cool. And I don't mind if it's something stupid like, you know, Petty Officer Shitbag or Chief Squared Away. I don't mind that. You know, that's for now. And I think it's cool. So I would like to get those names for those characters from y'all, man. I think it's outstanding, and it makes everything interactive. But moving on to the main thing, who am I casting for the key roles in my movie? And here we go. But fellas, I loved your input, but I had to keep something in mind. A lot of the people that you said was too old to be on a submarine, period. We got to make it look right. We got to give it some authenticity. Forgive me if a lot of people I didn't use. I mean, as much as I wanted Robert De Niro in this movie, you know Robert De Niro too old to be on no damn boat. Come on. And you really think about it, you start looking up a lot of these actors. A lot of these actors are too old to be on the boat. So I had to start going with younger actors so we could still get some star power, but have people that was appropriate to be on the boat. Starting off, JOs. Only got 2 JOs for right now. Well, I got other JOs, but for as JOs, this is my 2 JOs. Since this is a different subforce, I got Jennifer Lawrence and Emma Watson. Oh, you didn't even expect that. I threw the freaking curveball at you first thing. Bull Ensign is going to be played by Channing Tatum. Channing Tatum? The stripping dude? You know, the little dancing guy? Let's Get It On or whatever the hell the movie was. That guy. He's not too bad. He was pretty good in Foxcatcher. I think he'll be a pretty good bullnose. The part of Doc is going to be played by John Berthal. And I loved him in Fury. And I also loved him in Walking Dead. Doc being kind of grungy and kind of mean, like, what the fuck's wrong with you? I think that'll be pretty cool. Think about it. FTC will be played by Bradley Cooper. Oh, you like American Sniper? Well, we could continue on with Bradley Cooper since he has appreciation for the military now. We could put him in our movie. But he ain't going to be Captain. He ain't finna be XO. He got his thrill. Now it's time to be a supporting actor. It's time to be FTC. Like it? Don't like it. Well, I'm moving on anyway. EDMC will be played by Simon Helbig. RMC, Matt Damon. What? Well, yeah, I had to put him in there. He's the right age. I think he'll do fine there. He got that nuke look. You know, that bright-eyed, you know, smart-ass look. You know those nuke looks. You know how them nukes be looking. Come on now. Keep it real. The CSC be played by Zach Galifianakis. I can never say his name, but you know who I'm talking about. And just keep this in mind. The CS chief, you know, my CS chief on the boat, my last one, he was hard ass, you know, he never smiled, but I think Zach could really play this role good. And if you saw him in Birdman, just imagine Birdman and him being on the submarine. I think he could pull this off. I don't care what you say. I think he could pull it off. And if anything, we could strap a baby to his chest and we'll have some good times. And just imagine him saying this quote, "Ice cream? When the fuck did we get ice cream?" Yeah, you can hear it already. TMC, Christian Bale, The Dark Knight, down in the torpedo room. "You guys better get this done." Load the torpedo. I'm Batman. We'll make it work. Shit, we'll make it work. MMC. I like this one. I think this is a good choice. Jack Black. I can see Jack Black being an MM. For real. I think he would play the hell out this role. Shirt always greasy and everything because he's always down there fixing on the diesel and shit. That used to trip me out. It's like, how did the MM chief always have the nastiest poopy suit out of all the other chiefs on the boat? I tell you, that dude slept in the bill. And it was either greasy or it was the bluest. Like, you know how everybody shit get faded? But his be all nice and blue with a hint of green. Anav, played by the star of Transformers 4. We gotta give him a chance to redeem himself. Mark Wahlberg. I mean, he can't do any worse than he did in Transformers. Or can he? ETC, Vince Vaughn. Man, now, just imagine Vince Vaughn and Mark Wahlberg together in the same division. Man, that would be interesting. And I like Vince Vaughn. If he can work for Google, he can be on the submarine. What you think? STSC, played by Matthew McConaughey. Boy, I tell you what, they got some sonar techs out there. Y'all better start giving me some respect. That's a hookup. Because he's bringing new meaning to Hollywood showers. You cannot tell me that ain't the perfect pick for y'all. Do you ever remember Sonar Suits? They sit up there with that microphone. Corn Soup. We have a contact about 2,000 yards out. We don't feel that is a threat. We recommend maintaining course speed. Now, imagine Matthew McConaughey doing that. Sonar Khan. I can't act like nobody, and I can't do no impressions. But imagine Matthew McConaughey hamming it up in a sonar shack. Yes, you can see it all day long, twice on Sunday. Check this out. As the Cobb, you ain't even gonna see this coming. You ain't gonna see this coming. Bam! The Rock. What? Could you imagine a Rock sitting up here? Well, I know y'all not feeling. Y'all better be, where's your sponge at? Huh? Where's your Kim wife? You know, The Rock is the Cobb. I tell you what, that's not a bad freaking idea. And as much as I want Samuel L. Jackson, I guess if I can't have Samuel L. Jackson, because Samuel L. is almost getting ready to rock 70, he can't be the Cobb. I ain't trying to get some old people to look young. I want to get some new blood in there. And shit, Matt Damon ain't no joke. I mean, most of these people ain't no joke. They some good actors. So we need to get them in more movies. Anyway, The Rock ain't no joke, and he's going as the Cobb, and I can see it. I can see The Rock saying, "I'm sick and tired of seeing this mess on this boat. Commence field day." Or Reveille, 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 up all bunks. Now reveille, jabronis. I can see that. I can see that. Let's make that happen. I love it. Moving on to the weapons officer, played by the incomparable, the immeasurable, the downright undespicable weapons officer, Will Smith. You know he could pull this off. Even though After Earth was a piece of turd, he played a military guy, and he played it well. And if he just played the weapons officer just like that, straight face, no emotion, to me, that would be the perfect weapons officer. Because the weapons officer has no personality whatsoever. At least the ones I know. Never had a... They had a face like Iron Man. Just think, you ever seen Iron Man smile? Or frown or anything? And I'm not talking about Robert Downey Jr. and Tony Stark behind the Iron Man face, the mask. I'm talking about the Iron Man mask. Did you ever see that Sun Gun smile? That's the weapons officer to me. And if Will Smith plays that character like he did in After Earth, but better, and acted better without that stupid ass accent, because I don't understand that either. Great times. Great times at Richmond High. Great times on the boat. The engineer. Important part of the boat. Without the engineer, who would wrangle the nukes? This is an important role, and it has to be played by a good actor. And you're going to say, man, you crazy as hell. But it was one of the suggestions that I got on Facebook, and when I saw it, I was like, wow, that's something, and I like it. The engineer, played by Daniel Day Kim. Yes, you may know him from Hawaii Five-0. I ain't never watched that show, but I seen some clips of him and everything, and hey, I like the guy. And I like, he's got a good face for this. He'll look good in this role. And he looks like a damn nuke. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Right? The role of the navigator. Somebody that's near and dear to my heart. I can see him being played by, and you are going to say, are you kidding me? But you know what? This was another suggestion. And I thought about it. I said, man, that's not a bad suggestion. And he fits in the age range. And he needs to do some more stuff. Long as he don't put on a dress. But then again, it might work for halfway night. Just think about that. As the navigator, Tyler Perry. Just think about it. He has a presence. If you saw him in Gone Girl, he surprised a lot of people because, you know, he wasn't playing a normal thing. And then you start seeing him, it's like, wait a minute, he's actually pretty good. So I think he can bring something to this role. And when he was in Alex Cross, he wasn't so bad in that either. And I think he could bring something to this role. You don't really need the navigator being so serious. Hey, this is not Batman, you know. He's not trying to be the Joker. I think he could fill the role of the navigator well. So we're down to our last two characters. Oh, you are going to just flip out when you hear these two guys that I picked. Got a lot. You know, I read off how many people that you had, just great actors, but they is too old, so I had to find somebody in the age range. And so for the XO, I think I got this peg. This is going to be outstanding. You're going to love this flick. This flick is going to be off the chain, off the heezy, for sheezy. Playing the XO, Andrew Lincoln. Oh, it's over. Over. You ain't got nothing to say about that. It's over. It's over. I feel like DMX up here. It's over. Think about it. Rick Grimes. What better XO could you have? Period. He just walk over there and punch you in the face. Pow! Just. I was just telling you about where I live. Shut up. Yeah, you can't get better than that. Andrew Lincoln. I was about to call him Rick Grimes again. Andrew Lincoln. I tell you what, that dude has come up and has made a name for himself, and I see him doing great things from here on out. And he's the right age. To me, he's got the right toughness. I think he's going to do really well in that role. And last but not least, for the role as captain of the good ship Lollipop, I just realized I don't have a name for the boat. The role of captain, it shall be played by Hugh Laurie. Hugh Laurie is the perfect captain because this dude don't give a shit. I mean, watching him in the house, I mean, he didn't give a shit, and I thought about, oh, man, that dude should have been in the military because he fits in perfectly. He would be the mixture of enlisted and officer, because you could see him coming in as enlisted and then going into the officer program and then working up the ranks and becoming a captain. You know, because all the officers that you know that used to be enlisted are hard asses. They be talking shit, blah, 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 blah. You know, they didn't take stuff. You know, officers that come in, they all kind of, yeah, okay, good. But everybody that was enlisted and became officers, like, man, don't get out of here with that. I know better. I know how you are. Get out of here and go do that shit again. You know, they didn't play that stuff. And I can see Hugh Laurie doing this. I can see him being that captain. You know, the cruise captain. You know, pull into a port and he's at the bar and he's buying rounds for everybody. And it's like, all right, motherfuckers, drink up, because when y'all get back to the boat, I'm whooping your ass. So you might as well have a hangover for it. You know, I can see him doing that. And I think that's a good pick. I think that's a good pick. So that's my picks. Thank y'all for your input. I tried to use it. A lot of stuff I couldn't use because of the age frame, you know, so I didn't use it. But we got to keep on. Help me out. Give me some names for the characters. Hell, we need a name for the boat. Help me with that. And shit, y'all want to put some input in for the story? Let's just make us a story. And we just call it ours. How about that? Maybe I'll get my shit together and get some money or whatever, and we'll make a movie. We'll have a cardboard submarine. It would be cheap looking, but I would love to do it. Maybe I hook up with somebody. Maybe I can pitch this idea to somebody. I like to talk. You say I got the voice for this. Maybe I can pitch this shit and make it happen. I don't know. It ain't going to happen if you don't give me your input. Come on, yo. Get your butt up there. Sit back down. Get on Facebook. Give me some goddamn ideas. We can make this happen. This is Mr. Durite. This is Sea Stories with Mr. Durite. With your host, Mr. Durite. And I'm out of here. Peace. Today, in this show, I'm going to do something different. I'm always trying to do something different. I bet y'all be saying, why don't he just do the same damn thing? Do the shit that I like to see him do and stop trying to do all this new shit. I agree with you. You know, it's easy to do the same old, same old. It's hard to do different. It's hard to accept change. And no, I'm not Mr. Obama. So don't sit here and put me in the same box. I'm just trying to spread my wings and gather more ground. And this is all stupid. So I'm stopping that line of speaking right now. Start this again. And even Yeoman Chief, Nicolas Cage, and Vern fuck that. Don't use the Yeoman shit. So there you are. You start from outer space and you see this small blue planet. And we get closer and closer and you notice, oh, it's Earth. Hey, Earth, how you doing? And you slowly moving, well, can't go slowly. In space, slow means you ain't never gonna get there. And now the camera's following him. You know, he has his assignment. I mean, he in Iraq, so he must be off going, or he's oncoming. One of the two. You know what kind of dude you was. I was both. Yeah, as much time as I can spend in the time machine, the better. Anyway, I'm going to be starting from the bottom. If you like it, let me know. If you don't like it, let me know. If you don't agree with me, let me know. I know you're going to let me go. You're going to let me know regardless, because y'all let me know everything. God damn, Mr. Durite, you all jacked up. What side your dolphin supposed to be on? Well, I know, okay, whatever. STST. Really, Kevin? Really? Corn soup. Oh, we have a contact about 300 yards out. We don't think it's much of nothing. We say maintain this course of speed. Shit, that was hard. We don't feel that it's we don't feel that it's a threat. We don't feel that it's a threat. What's wrong with me? I can't say this shit. And I can hear him saying right now, I don't care if the captain wants cheese in his rice. He's not getting that on flank bill. I can hear him saying right now, I don't care if the chief I don't care if the cheese got died. I can hear him saying right now, I don't care if the captain wants cheese in his rice. He ain't getting that or a flank bill.